are the members of the high school class of 2001, if they make it to graduation. 1 out of 4 probably won't. They'll face too many obstacles too early. They'll taste failure without ever knowing success. But in the beginning, there is always the dream.
Mom will be a police officer when I grow up. I would like to work for a pet store. I want to be a doctor. I would like to be a basketball player. A wrestler. Police girl.
For many American children, the dream will be shattered. I'm Charles Osgood. Almost 1 million students a year are dropping out, their education derailed by drugs, pregnancy, boredom, alienation, and failure. For many, the road to failure starts long before they enter school. Growing up in poverty, in single-parent homes, few disadvantaged children find success in their daily lives. These are truly children in need. What happens to them?
I've been in 7 different foster homes since I've lived with my mother. So it's just, the last one was like 3 months, I got out of foster home, and then 3 months later I got pregnant.
I dropped out of school to help my mother out. She couldn't support me and my little brother, so I dropped out and got me a job.
I was going to school every day, participating, trying to do my work, and you know, it seemed like nobody cared. I kept failing.
That was awful. I was with friends, partying, ditching, missing school. Just a lot of nonsense that teenagers do at that age. And then I got pregnant, and here I am.
Everybody tells them you gotta have a diploma to get a job, okay? And somebody comes up to them, one of their friends come up to them and say, you know, you can make some fast money selling drugs out here, or we'll watch your back, this, that. They're gonna do that instead of going to school.
You get more out of it, because I've seen people that went through college for years and still ain't got nothing out of life. And I know people that went through school just 8th grade, came out of school and got fancier cars than most people I know.
The alarming dropout rate is a national disgrace. In some inner cities, it can reach 50% and higher. We're losing our children for many reasons.
One is the message we have been sending through our neglect. Many schools that serve the disadvantaged are in poor repair. Their teachers, counselors, and administrators are overwhelmed by the size and scope of their task. America's business community is worried.
There is absolutely no question that if we allow things to simply go on the way they're going in our public education system, we continue to let children who are born in poverty fail to get the kind of education that will allow them to participate in our economy and our society productively. Then demographics make it very clear that sometime in the 21st century, this nation will cease to be a peaceful, prosperous democracy. Fortunately, and almost tragically, we do know the answers, and we've known them for a good many years. We know how to deal with the teenage mother successfully so that she will complete an education, so that she will lead a productive life and raise her child to be a successful citizen. We know how to deal with the disadvantaged youngster if we'll start at the age of 3 or 4. We have studies of more than 20 years duration which prove that the right kind of preschool nurturing and intellectual stimulation for those children at the age of 3 and 4 will not only turn them into educational successes, but will clearly reduce later teenage pregnancy, crime, drug abuse among those young people.
A premature baby struggles to begin its life. Already, many such babies are headed for later learning problems.
In the first 6 months of a pregnancy, a baby develops 10 billion neurons in the back of the brain. And that is really the computer that we operate with.
Chicago businessman Irving Harris finds a direct connection between low birth weight babies and the health of the American economy.
A baby is intended by nature to stay in the mother's womb for 9 months. When the baby stays in for 9 months, it has a very good chance of developing optimally. Many children arrive at school when their brains are not well developed, and they have learning problems, low span of attention, or are hyperactive because of poor physical development. The number of babies born below 5.5 pounds nationally runs a little less than 7 out of 100, 7%. Among minority kids, it runs closer to 13 or 14%, including some healthy births. However, in the inner city, among poor women, that can run as high as 20 or 30%. As a matter of fact, in some projects that I'm aware of, as many as 40% of the children are born below regular birth weight.
The Beethoven Project, which Harris developed in Chicago, emphasizes prenatal care and parent education. It is currently being duplicated in several major cities.
Most likely to deliver low birth weight babies are teenagers who may keep on smoking, drinking, taking drugs, and eating junk food during pregnancy, compromising their baby's development. 1 baby in 6 is born to a teenager, and almost all teenagers keep their babies. Though she may love her baby, a teen mother usually finds her education and her options curtailed. If that new baby also grows up poor, a cycle is perpetuated.
Contractions beginning, deep cleansing breath, blow it out, begin your breathing pattern, nice and deep.
In Albuquerque, there's a public school called New Futures, where the needs of both the young mothers and the new generation are addressed.
Does this feel good to you?
Without the kind of help they receive here, pregnant teenagers find it hard to keep their minds on school. While a few teen fathers are involved, and some families are supportive, most girls face this experience alone.
Once everybody found out, no one called, no one came around, no one just wanted to have anything to do with me until after I had the baby. And then it was just because they just wanted to see what I looked like and how I was doing, you know, just so I felt like so they could see me and go talk about me some more. I was 15 years old when I got pregnant, and I was 15 when I had her, and it came down like a wall of bricks tumbled on me.
When I got pregnant, I was 12 years old, and it was kind of a really bad shock. I was really shocked. I didn't know who to tell first, what to do, where I was going to go.
I was 15 when I got pregnant, and I was so scared to tell my parents because I knew they'd be disappointed in me because they expected me to go to school and go to college, and I knew that they would think that I couldn't finish school if I got pregnant.
These are teenagers with low self-esteem. They don't feel very good about themselves. They don't think that they are valued. They don't think that they are loved. They don't care much about themselves. Therefore, they haven't taken very good care of themselves and haven't planned ahead for their future. Many of them don't think they have a future, so it doesn't make any difference what they do.
I felt like my parents were closer to my brother and sister than they were to me. And so sometimes I felt left out a lot. I felt like I couldn't talk to them or relate to them.
Maybe the parents are abusing you mentally, physically, emotionally, or maybe you feel lost, maybe you feel lonely, something, you know? And you turn to either, you know, like most girls turn to guys, maybe they turn to drugs.
I was on drugs and I was going out with all these different guys and I finally got caught. I got pregnant.
The New Futures School helps girls become successful as mothers and as students. All girls take turns in the school nurseries, where they learn the nurturing skills to help their babies flourish. Does the baby need to nurse? Help is on the way.
So if you go 6 into $2.50,